Hello and welcome. My name is Mandy, and today we are starting our second island. Not only are we going to start a new Animal Crossing island today, but this is also going to be a 30-day challenge island with a twist at the very end. So I hope you stick around to watch, and I will reveal more about this island once we dive into it, but let's get started. I've never had more than one island at a time, and I'm really excited and thankful that we're fortunate enough to do this. Comment down below, are you Team Timmy or Team Tommy? I would say that I am Team Tommy. It took me a minute to decide. On this island, I think I'm gonna make my name Boo. I have an island where I'm Mandy, and I want to keep my island differences. But what I do want to keep the same is my birthday, which is November 14. I'm going to kind of just go with whatever for the character right now, because I might be restarting this whole process to find a different map. So we will just do that. Okay, there's Boo as a sailor, and let's see what maps we get. We're gonna keep North America just so we keep our seasons regular for us. So as you're seeing by the title of the video, I'm calling this 30-day challenge the Opposite Island Challenge. And when I say opposite island, what it means to me is I'm going to pick things, villagers, island layouts, themes, decor, items in the game that I normally would not pick, or things I even dislike. For example, with the island layout that we're picking between, one thing that I would not choose and that I don't like when I'm picking my Animal Crossing islands is I don't like when the resident services is really close to the airport. That's just something that I usually stay away from. I try to pick the resident services that is furthest away from the airport, and I think I want to restart already, so let's do this again. Maybe I'll pick an island where resident services is really close to the airport because I want to do the opposite of what I would normally do. That to me leaves little to build for an entry, and it might dictate what kind of pathing you use. So I want to be extra careful, and I usually pick a resident services that's as far away as possible. And I'm not going to do that on this challenge. I'm going to pick something that's really, really close. And the reason I'm going to do this opposite challenge is because I want to challenge myself to being creative, to thinking outside of the box, stepping out of my comfort zone, and as a way to, laugh and have a good time and try something new. So I hope you enjoy and come along with me. It's not always going to be fun, I know. I'm going to have beef with a lot of these villagers. Maybe I'll squash some of the beef. Maybe the beef will just get more intensified, but either way, that's the challenge, and I hope you come along for the ride to see how it ends up, because I have no clue and I'm excited. Wow, this was my Calendula Island. I remember having resident services that close to the river mouth. It was terrible. I don't hate any of these either. I actually would love this one. Little Heart Pond with resident services a good distance away and almost exactly symmetrical with the airport. Oh, I have to fight against it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, try number 3. Let's see if I hate any of these map layouts. This one's a little terrible. It has resident services like butting up next to the airport, and it also has resident services right by the river mouth, and I don't like either of those things. And the peninsula is a weird shape, you know? I definitely don't like the top left one. And that's the closest we've come. So let's pick the top left and see who the starters are. If I like the starters, I'm gonna have to restart. Something I wouldn't normally pick. Normally I say some food. I probably would never pick a lamp. So I'll pick that. We'll have to see what our airport color is, because if it's a color that I like, we'll have to restart too. Oh my gosh. Deep breath, everybody. Of course, the loading screen's gonna take 100 years. Okay, there's resident services. We have peaches. Interesting. Oh my god, it's so close to the airport. Wow, I hate that. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. What an option. Wow. Okay. We've got Coach and Sylvia, I think her name is, and a green airport. I've never had any of these things. I think I'm gonna keep this island. Alrighty. Oh god, I hate everything about this. Oh, the green airport's gonna be something to get used to. I like green, but it's so vibrant. I think I'm probably going to speed through this portion where we pick where the tents are gonna go, and my tent is gonna go, and getting the tree branches and the peaches, whatever. What's our flower? Can we see? I think they're mums. I've never had mums before either. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not supposed to like that. But I like the flowers. I like all the flowers, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's perfect. It's the spot. I normally wouldn't let them pick their own spots, so I'll let them pick their spot this time. Okay, I am at the part in the game where you're supposed to name your island, and my island's name is going to be Opal Creek. I want to make sure that my island's name is something that I can use in the future after this challenge as well. So that's why I'm not hating my island name. I want it to be something I like, because it's going to carry me through this challenge, but I like the name Opal Creek, so that's what we're going to go with. Welcome to Opal Creek, with all the things I would never normally do. Guitar Burrow? Sylvia, what? I've never seen that. I would never normally say howdy. I'm going to bed now. Yep, I will be leaving. Goodbye. Oh, the camo cot. Of course, works perfectly with things I wouldn't normally use. Ugly. KK calls you Daddy-O. Oh, KK. Hello, it is voiceover Mandy. For some reason, in-game Mandy, she just decided to stop talking and zone out, disassociate, and just start grinding. So I started putting in the work to get more miles and to get more bells because I wanted to pay off my first home loan. That was the 5,000 miles. And I also wanted bells to start buying different items, flowers, different DIYs. So while I'm talking about the future of our island and some ideas that I have, you can watch some of the ways that I earn miles at the beginning of the game so that I can pay off my first home loan as quickly as possible. If you have any additional tips or ideas yourself, comment them down below. I'd love to hear how you get miles too. And I thought I would take some of this time to discuss more about the island, what I think some options could be for the future villagers, for future themes even. This 30-day challenge is going to last from October 1st through October 30th. And on Halloween, October 31st, we're going to have a special video that I put out because it's Halloween and we have to celebrate on opposite island because I have a feeling it's going to be horrifying and perfectly scary for Halloween. So I'm looking forward to that very much. So for villagers, I'm thinking about some villagers that I have beef with and drama with. So one villager, top of the list, the biggest enemy in ACNH is Charlize. Now, if you don't know why Charlize is my enemy, she was an amiibo that I brought onto my island to kick out another villager, which was Sydney, who is also on this list. And Charlize just would never leave. And she got into drama with other villagers on my island, and she was just overall kind of an asshole. So I hate her. She's top of this list, and if I see her, I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna have to take her. Also, as I mentioned, Sydney is on that list. I loved her at first. We were best friends, and now we're frenemies, you know? She would never leave my island. I wanted to kick her out. I was kind of done. I had 3 koalas on my island at the time, and I just really didn't need her. And she just would never leave. So I amiiboed in Charlize, and I think that Charlize was trying to carry on Sydney's legacy, so I just put them both in the same category. I just have drama with them. I can't handle them. A third villager that I have drama with is Claudia. Claudia, I had on my very first island, and she was a pink villager, a pink tiger, and she's very cute, and I really liked her at first. And then one day, I catch her talking shit about my island to another one of my villagers, saying how it was boring and she didn't like any of the decor. I was so offended. Like, bitch, if you don't like my decorating, you don't have to stay here. So we kicked her out. I've had, feelings of hatred toward her ever since. So if I see her, I have to take her too, and that's going to be an issue. The last villager I can think of that I have drama with is Pico. And Pico for the same reason, I really loved her, very cute, but I wanted her to leave the island. She wasn't going to work out with the new theme. And when I tried to kick her out, she just would never leave. Very stubborn, wouldn't go. And, I don't tolerate stubbornness very easily because I'm the one that's stubborn. You can't beat me at my own stubbornness game. You can't do it. So, yeah, we don't like her either. So those are 4 villagers that I definitely don't like, but probably would be the equivalent of a Dreamy on Opposite Island, and I'm going to call that a terror. Those are my terrors. You get night terrors, and that's the opposite of a dream, so we're going to call these terrors. So those 4 are my terrors for this island. If I get them, I have to take them. I don't have to necessarily take villagers I currently have drama with. I can also take villagers that I wouldn't normally take, or villagers that I think are ugly. There's plenty of those. Namely, almost 100% of the gorilla villagers. I really dislike a lot of the mice villagers. So we'll have to see what ends up happening. I know that you can get miles by getting stung by wasps, so I ran directly into them. It's all for the goal of getting miles, and you actually don't get them the first time you're stung by a wasp. You get them on the second time you're stung. So I ran around a little while longer, and I finally got stung once again. Passed out and got the miles that I wanted. In addition to the villagers that I might be taking, we should talk about some of the themes, some island layout ideas, as well as what I hope to accomplish in these next 30 days. So for themes, some themes that I have thought for this island that I've never really been drawn to, themes that I've never done before. One idea that I had was kidcore. I have never really done kidcore before. I'm not entirely interested in it, to be perfectly honest. But again, this challenge is about pushing myself outside the box, outside of my comfort zone, and that could be an option for that. Another idea that we could do, of course, would be spooky theme. Technically, I don't normally do spooky theme because I only do spooky theme when it's Halloween time, which October is Halloween time. So if we wanted to get technical, wouldn't that count? Right? Right? Anyone? I don't know. I'm just throwing some ideas out there. And I guess one idea that I've also never done that we could consider would be the elegant, garden core. I've never done that before, and that would be really challenging because using the things like the medieval castle walls and some of the pillars that I don't normally use, that could be a big challenge. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm up for it or not, but that's just one of the ideas that I've had. Apart from the themes, I want to talk about some of the goals I want to accomplish during these 30 days. And I also want to talk about some of the things that I will not be doing on this island that I normally do, right? Kind of the point. So I think I might have mentioned this before, but in case I haven't, I am not going to upgrade my museum during this 30-day challenge. That's something I normally do. Every single island I've had, I've upgraded my museum. And for these 30 days, I've decided that I'm not going to do that because that's not something I normally do. It'll be a challenge to have Blather's tent as a decor building instead of having his regular stone building. So that's going to be something new for me. I've also decided that I will not be expanding my house at all. Normally, I always pay off all of my loans to get the largest house that you possibly can. And now I'm not going to do that because I want to challenge myself to have my house without having to decorate the outside of the house. And I want to challenge myself to have one broom in the house that I can be happy with that house at the end of the 30-day challenge. Now that I'm kind of getting tired of shaking all the trees to sell peaches and to pluck all the weeds to sell those, I have started collecting different creatures to start getting blathers onto the island, as well as to start selling them for money. So I've kind of switched over, and you're going to see a lot of clips of me going fishing and catching bugs for the next, oh goodness, I don't know how long, but hey, it's gonna get us some miles, and that's what we're looking for, right? For the goals that I have during this island, I would like to have 10 villagers, and I want to have 10 villagers that I've never had on my island. Maybe some that I dislike, but definitely all villagers that I would have never selected on any other island besides when doing this challenge. I am doing pretty good on that so far. My 2 starting villagers I would have never selected, so those are, coming along well so far. And by the end of this video, you'll see that I also do a villager hunt. And yeah, I wouldn't have never taken that villager either. So we are coming along just swell in that category. So villagers that I wouldn't normally take, I'd like to have a fully decorated island where I decorate around Nook's Cranny, where I decorate around Able Sisters, the museum, the campsite, and resident services, along with all the villager homes. I did not purchase Happy Home Paradise on this Switch, so I'm not going to update any of the houses. I won't have the ability to, but I want to decorate everyone's yard, and I want to have a 5-star island within 30 days. And I'm excited to see where that all goes, and I'm excited for the fun twist at the very end of the challenge. I hope I can keep it a secret. I'm really bad at keeping secrets. In addition to fishing and catching bugs, I've started crafting some DIYs that I'm able to make as decor and placing them around the island. I made myself a little campfire area by my tent. I've placed some nice little trash decor outside of Coach's house. You know, he would totally have that. Caught a bug real quick and went back to fishing. Because I'm going to be doing an island that is inspired by things I've never done before, I might really need your guys' help with suggestions for builds or ideas depending on what theme we pick, because I might have a very low level of inspiration and motivation to do any of the goals that I have if I am not really excited about the island. So I'm going to look for your guys' help. If you have any ideas, comment down below. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to let in-person Mandy get back to this, and I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, bye. Hello, we've just time hopped forward. It's still day one, but I time hopped a day so that we can make some more progress. So what I would regularly do is I would go for a villager hunt. And I'm trying to decide whether I should go for a villager hunt now that the airport is open and only take villagers that I don't like, or since I usually do villager hunt, do I try to autofill my villagers? So I'm going to think about that today. And let's see what's in the mail. Letter from Mom, and some things that I ordered. I was not feeling this shirt, so I'm gonna change into this star tee. And the blue shoes. Alright, I mean, not much better, but it's okay. Mom gave us some oranges. And I don't have a shovel. Let's go talk to Tom Nook. Okay, so we put Blather's tent down, and I put it on the beach because I would never normally put the museum on the beach. Oh, bottle. A mirror. Okay. That's nice. I can change up my look if I want to. Typically with Blathers, I always upgrade to the bigger museum and get Brewster. But I think for this challenge, I'm not going to do that since I don't normally do it. And that's what the challenge is about. But I do need the DIYs from him. Wait, do I have a shovel? Oh, I do. Oh, good. Okay. I just need to make an axe. Goodbye, Blathers. So I have been collecting a ton of weeds. I've been chopping down trees to get items and materials for crafting DIY recipes. I have been shaking trees to get both the peaches off of them as well as the wasps to try to sell those. Time to go make a new net because I broke mine. Or the wasps broke it. I really have just been working hard, trying to get ahead of the game as much as possible, chopping down enough wood and getting enough iron to open up the store in the future, so trying to get ahead of that. Now that I have 2,000 miles, I think what I'm going to do is buy a Nook Miles ticket, and then I'll go on the villager hunt, and if I like the villager, I have to leave them there and autofill. But if I don't like them, I will take them. Oh, it feels so backwards. Okay, now that we have finished grinding for some miles and some bells, I think we need to go on our first villager hunt and see if we like the villager or not. And we're hoping for not. Let's go. We're gonna use our Nook Miles tickets to also try to get some iron. I was able to get 30 of each wood already, which is great, but I think I only have something like 4 iron. And I'm gonna need 30, so hopefully there's some on this island that we can take. And there's a villager that we don't like that we can also take. Who do we think is gonna be first? Let's see. Dina. I don't hate her, but I don't love her either. So I think I'm not going to take Dina. She is not for this island, I don't think. So bye, Dina. We do have another ticket, so I'll use that. And I do have enough miles for a third ticket if we love the next villager. Oh, I should have got all my tools. Oh well. Bamboo Island. Is this Gladys? Oh, I love Gladys. Oh no, I can't take her either. She's super adorable. Okay, do I have enough to make another one? Oh, I need one more tree branch. Do you think there's a tree branch on this island? Oh no, I don't think so. Okay, I guess we are taking the bamboo we got and we are leaving. Should have known I should have got my tools before. Lesson learned. Let's get out of here. We can refresh our tools, get one more ticket, and then see if we should take that villager or not. Okay, let's try one more ticket and we'll see what happens. Will we like the villager or not? Clay. Yeah, I wouldn't choose him, so I guess he's coming on our island. Hi, Clay. Come move to my island. I'll be waiting. He's lazy? I would have not have guessed that. Okay, we got our materials, we got clay, and I think it's time to go back home. Villager hunts are so weird when you're not excited about who you invited back to your island. I wonder if this challenge is gonna be like that most of the time. I'm hoping that it helps me break out of my comfort zone and be more creative, but it's not feeling like that quite yet. It is day one, I should give it some time, but that's how I've been feeling. The good news is we did get enough iron to make the store, so we are ahead of the game when that time comes. Gonna plant these cosmos, try to do some crossbreeding. I have no idea if I'm doing this right. Nobody tried to use me as a reference when it comes to that. Ooh, that's a new butterfly for this island. So I think I'm going to call it a day here. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to go play some more off camera, but I hope you enjoyed day one of the 30-day challenge of Opposite Island, and I hope you watch the next one. Thanks. Bye.